Hey, what's up YouTube? GoPro Youth Man here. Today I'm hanging out in the living room. I'm going to be listening to the Klipsch Forte 3s. I want to do some extensive listening just to them. I'm not going to compare them yet to my RF-7 I just want to hear what the Forte 3s are capable of in and of themselves. I'll be playing them without a sub. They'll be powered by a Harman Kardon HK3490 receiver. I'm using that as a preamp, and the speakers will be powered by an Acurus A200 amp. It's 200 watts by 2. So I'll be listening to a variety of music, different styles, different genres of music. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play any of the music in this video. Yesterday, I spent about 6 hours filming and editing a video for you. I was hoping to show you an actual demo of the speakers, playing different songs and different genres of music. I received 12 emails from YouTube saying that I had violated copyright infringement. So they completely banned my video. I thought as long as I did not monetize the video, I'd be okay. But apparently that's a no-go. So today I'll just be able to share with you what my ears hear hooked up to my equipment in my home. So I plan on spending about 45 minutes listening to the Forte 3s. As I'm listening, I'm gonna take some notes so that I can share with you what my ears hear from different songs and through different pieces of music. So while I'm enjoying the music, you enjoy this slideshow of the Forte 3s. All right, so I've spent the last hour listening to the Forte 3s, and overall I can tell you they are some amazing speakers. They sound absolutely beautiful. There are some pros to me and there's some cons to them, and I'll kind of share my thoughts as I went through several different types of music. So with the Forte 3s, one thing I noticed immediately, the mid-range on female vocals is stellar. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Highs are crystal clear, very, very detailed. There's great separation of musical instruments, and so that I really, really like. Bass was very smooth. However, it does not have the impact like I'm used to with the RF-7 version 2s. Now keep in mind, this is in my own home with my own gear as well as my own ears, and our ears all hear differently. Some people like a brighter sound, some people like a warmer sound, some people enjoy more of a laid back sound, and so your ears are gonna hear it differently, but this is just my personal experience, and I thought I would share that with the YouTube community. So I started my listening session off with Crash by Dave Matthews. I love Dave's voice. It's nice and thick and just got a great kind of raspy voice. And the Forte 3s definitely delivered here. The voice sounded really rich, sounded thick. Bass was punchy, wasn't overwhelming. The chimes throughout the song were very, very detailed. That was pretty cool. And one thing I noticed immediately is that the Forte 3s are not ear fatiguing at all. Some people will tell you that Klipsch are fatiguing. In other words, they're kind of hard on your ears get tired and almost very sensitive, especially when you crank them up. What I found with the Forte 3s is they are very smooth. They're detailed, but they're not like ear piercing or really, really sharp. So with this song, I was listening at about 95 dB, which is a pretty decent volume. It's not super, super cranking, but it's not a real soft volume either. From there, I moved on to Elevation Worship's "Oh Come to the Altar." Now what I like about this track is it's live, and so I wanted to see how did the Forte 3 sound with live material. The guitar sounded really, really nice. The bass guitar sounded really full and rich. I really like that. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, it had great separation of the different musical instruments that were used during that live session. The next song I went to was Pentatonic's Hallelujah. Now this is one of my favorite songs. I love pentatonics. I've always loved a cappella music. The harmony portions on the song were almost magical on the Forte 3s. It was absolutely amazing. And when the bass vocalist kicked in, oh my goodness, that was awesome. That was absolutely superb. I was listening a little bit lower volume on this one. It was about 88 dB. But it was absolutely phenomenal. Great piece to listen to in demo. I also wanted to check out another track of theirs, Little Drummer Boy. So I turned it up a little bit more. I put it up to about 100 dB and found out, again, not ear fatiguing at all. Absolutely phenomenal track. Definitely highly recommend you check that out. The next song I listened to was Sia's Chandelier, the piano version. Now, I always have loved piano and guitar, especially when it's acoustic. And this song delivers absolutely on the Forte 3s. Her vocals, phenomenal. Absolutely beautiful. I was absolutely blown away with this song and the way it sounded on the Forte 3s. It was very good. I listened to this song about 94 dB. I listened next to another female vocalist, Zara Larsson, and her song Uncover. And I love Zara's voice. She's got just such a beautiful and eloquent voice. With this song, I found the bass notes were handled very well with the Forte 3s, and her female vocal was just really beautiful. I listened to this song about 88 decibels. Next, I put on another acoustic track. It's kind of acoustic, but then it goes into more of a pop jam. It was Fergie's Big Girls Don't Cry. It's a little old school song, but I absolutely love Fergie's voice. And oh my goodness, when I turned on the track, I instantly fell in love with the way it sounded. Her vocals, astonishing. Super great on the Forte 3s. That is one thing that I believe that the Fortes really excel at, is that mid-range. Absolutely beautiful. The one thing that did surprise me, the Forte 3s have a 12-inch active in the front and a 15-inch passive in the back. And with this song, I really wanted more bottom end. Something that, again, I'm used to with the RF-72s by themselves without a subwoofer. It wasn't that bass wasn't there, it was just a different sounding bass. But overall, again, with that particular song, the bass notes that were reproduced through the Forte 3s, I just wasn't all that impressed with. The next song I listened to was Sam Smith, Lay Me Down. Now, Sam, of course, has a really high-pitched voice, so I wanted to see how well the Forte 3s handled those really high frequencies. Now with this song, it actually was probably my favorite demo out of all of these. The piano sounded very beautiful and natural. Sam's voice had so much character in it. When he hit the high notes, they were very open and airy. And then when Pharrell stepped in to do his solo, oh my goodness, Pharrell killed it. Sounded phenomenal. This was definitely one of my favorite demos today on the Forte 3s. And then lastly, I was just kind of going through Spotify and I happened to stumble upon a song by Luther Vandross called Dancing with My Father. I'd never heard this song, so I didn't have any expectations. And what I found is the kick drum wasn't real great, but the bass guitar sounded wonderful. I really liked that. And so I guess there's a difference the way that they reproduce different instruments. But I did, however, like the way that Luther Vandross's voice was really thick. It just had a really nice tone to it. So overall, I'm thoroughly impressed with the Forte 3s. I think if you're considering a speaker that doesn't take up a whole lot of real estate, something like the Cornwalls, LaScalas, K-horns, I think the Forte 3s are fantastic, especially for a 2-channel setup. Now, I have not had a chance to try movies out with them, but I don't doubt that they'll do a great job with that as well. But I believe that their forte, their niche, is going to be 2-channel stereo. So in the week that I've had the Forte 3s, I definitely like what I'm hearing. In the next video, we're gonna go head to head with the Forte 3s and the RF-72s. Which one's gonna win? Stay tuned and find out. Well, that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you got any questions or comments, you can leave them down below. And as always, you guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video.